Hope you are all having a great weekend. I'm gonna go ahead and start cash stuffing our last paychecks for June. Just separating the denominations right now. Let's start with tithes. Tithes is getting $229. $225, 6, 7, 8, 9. 229. And then next is gas. We are stuffing $80 for gas. We still have 50 here, actually. So I think I'll unstuff this 50 and put it aside for, I think I'll put in the family trip for later. So I'll just put the 50 here. So like I said, gas is getting $80. So we're doing 420s for gas. 20, 40, 60, and 80. How are y'all doing today? It's actually Sunday today. I'm doing this pretty late, but I didn't go to church this morning. I was just not feeling okay, and my husband still played drums because he's a part of the worship team. So this morning he still went to church to play drums, and when he was actually done with his morning practice, he came back home because he was going to pick me up, but instead he comforted me and just stayed by my side because I was just not feeling okay, and I didn't want to be out there, and I didn't want to socialize and all that stuff and pretend like I was okay. And I know if I say that I'm not okay, and then I have to explain why I'm not okay, and I just wasn't up for that. So I'm grateful for my husband comforting me, and he let me stay home. So instead of going back with him this morning, I just spent the morning taking a nap with Matthew because I didn't sleep very well last night. So that's why I'm not feeling okay. And also I just have a lot of things going on in my head right now. A lot of things that I have to do and that I haven't done yet. So things like that, you know. Next is groceries. Groceries is getting 75. Now, I know we have the 70 here, but I'm actually going to use this because I've said it previously that we buy groceries twice a week. So I'm not going to unstuff this because we still need to buy groceries. So, yeah, so this is staying. This is 70 right here. And I'm going to add 75. So that's going to be 150, 110. 2 5s, and then 5 1s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now groceries should have something. Okay, so groceries now have 120, 135, 40, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 145 for groceries. How has your weekend been so far? I hope it's way better than mine. I am grateful though because yesterday, which was Saturday because today is Sunday, so yesterday I pretty much worked half the day. Childcare, by the way, is getting 150, but I'm unstuffing this. Let's see how much we have. 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 580, 590, 95, 100, 110. So let's put this aside and add that to the family trip. I really do think we might finish the family trip savings challenge this week. So I'm excited for that because it's for our trip in July and it's almost July. So I'm looking forward to that. And I'm really happy, you guys, because this is like the first time we're going on a trip without having to use our credit cards. So I know it says a lot, but that's why I'm here. We're trying to get rid of that old habit, and now we're improving, and I'm really proud of us. I'm really proud of us for being able to save up more than we need to actually for the trip. So yeah, I'm excited. No guilt whatsoever. So anyway, child care is getting 150. So it's going to be 520s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 100. 2 10s. 120, and then 5 5s. 5, 30, 5, 40, 5, and then 5 1s. 46, 47, 48, 49, 150 for childcare. I used to budget 200 for childcare every week, but I noticed that we don't need as much anymore, so now I've lowered it to 150. So yeah, as I was saying, yesterday was Saturday and I worked half the day. I actually visited 4 patients yesterday, so for my job that's actually a full shift. But yesterday I had to drive 26 miles east from one patient to another, aside from the regular 16 miles to and fro one of my patients. Then I got home and I did spend the rest of the day with my husband because, as you all know, it's the FIFA World Cup, and so I was with my husband in the living room and we were rooting for his favorite team, which is Argentina, and he was so happy last night because Argentina won. And so I was grateful for that time with my husband. We don't get to spend that time, that kind of quality time together as much because of the change in our schedules and taking care of our baby. And so little things like that, just even watching TV together, which is rare because we don't really watch TV, is a really memorable thing for me now. Next is my spending. Oh, actually, it's my husband's spending. He's getting E20, so 110 and then 2 5s. But I am putting this up here. I'll just set this aside up here because he has his own wallet and I'm not gonna make him use an envelope. Next is my spending. I have $15 here and I am getting a 20 as well. So 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So now I have 30, right? So 10, 20, wait, 25, 30, actually I have 35 for spending. My husband was telling me this morning that I should start budgeting for buying new clothes for me. He said he wants me to set aside 100 for my clothes, but I don't know. I'm not sure about that. All right, now we're gonna go ahead with the bills. This is the last week of June, meaning whatever we stuff today is the total bill that we're paying for the month of July. So in rent, yeah, it's quite a lot. It's expensive here in California, you guys. So rent is getting an additional $550. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And by the way, I have my notebook here because I want to start writing the balances of my sinking funds and the bills as well. just so I'm not always having to count what's in the envelope, and just in case it's all miscalculated, you know. So I'm gonna start doing that with the bills. I have 5 100s and then 150. So let me just count this up. I want to make sure that we have enough. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 1000. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 2000. 2050, 100, 50, 200, 20, 30, 40, 45, 50, 200. Oh wait, 2,250. Sorry. So I'm gonna put that in this notebook. 2,250, which is about the rent payment we have. It's not a fixed rent payment just because water is included in this payment. So it's rent plus how much water we spent on, or how much water we consumed. So that's why I'm not really sure, but it should be close to that. And there should be a change here because I think it was 2,200 something, 220 something. And we have 2,250 here. So there's that. And then next is the internet. So internet is getting an additional 10. All of the bills here should be enough and completed to pay for July's bills. So these are the final amounts. 10, 20, 40, 60. So internet is 60, and it is actually exactly 60. Phone bill is getting a 20. So now phone has 20, 40, 60, 80. I think phone is about 70 something, but I just like to round up the bills just in case. Here, let me take a sip of my coffee. My husband made this wonderful coffee, by the way. So I want to thank my husband for that. I love iced coffee. There you go. And then next is car insurance. Car insurance is getting a 50. So now car insurance has 200. Next is car tags, and this is an annual thing, but I'm still adding to this weekly. And this is getting a 50. We just paid for our Kia registration, so that's why there's little amounts in here. 50, 60, 70, 80, 95, 96, 97, 98. And our Chevy is not due until later in the year, so we have a lot of time to save up for that. Next is our gas and electric. This is getting a 50. So now it has 50, 100, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Gas and electric has $160. And then next is subscriptions. If you've watched my previous videos, you know that they were individualized before, and now I decided to just place all the subscriptions. I know I have a lot, but I've decided to just have one envelope for that. And since I just decided that all the small bills are now stuck in this one envelope. So next time I'm just going to add up all the subscription amounts and divide that by 4, which is usually the weekly budgeting that I do. And then, yeah, just put that much amount in every week instead of all these individual bills. So subscription is just needing another 10, and this should be done to pay everything. But subscription. Some of these are monthly payments and some are annual payments, so it kind of works as a sinking fund in a way. So now it has 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 5, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 160, 161. 161 for subscriptions. I don't think I need to condense it now because I'm paying some for July anyway, and then I'll see if I need to do more condensing afterwards. And then now we are gonna go to our debt, and I'm really excited for this part because I finally have a binder, y'all. I'm so happy to receive this, to be honest. I bought this from Amazon. It's just a simple clear binder. The reason why I bought this is because it's simple and it's cheap on Amazon, and I just don't really know if I would appreciate the thick usual binders that you see from other cash stuffers. I mean, they are beautiful and they look very luxurious and stuff, but to me, I just don't know if I would appreciate the pockets and all that stuff if I'm not gonna use it anyway. So for now, I am just going to enjoy having these minimalistic looking cash binder. And with that, just want to show you my new debt binder and my debt envelopes. So I designed this. It's an insert, it's not the envelope. So the first two inserts were kind of like a test run, and then I think I did better on this one, on the next ones. So it's just a bunch of debt that we have, and they are in order from smallest debt to largest debt, because we are trying to do the snowball method from Dave Ramsey. So with Affirm, the starting balance is 181. So I had put the starting balance in each debt envelope just to be inspired and see how, like, to see where we've started and how much we have left. So that's the starting balance, 181. Remember, as I said in my previous video, I used this to buy my husband and my father-in-law's gifts for Father's Day. Next is our personal loan. Honestly, I should have put starting balance 1,000 because it was actually 1,000, and I had forgotten because when I had already paid the bill and I started the cash stuffing, it already said 460, so I just wrote that, but I forgot that this was originally 1,000. So there's that. Next is our Sharp medical bill. Starting balance is 515. Now this insert is really cool. I like it. Next is our Chase. Starting balance is 1,884. Kaiser Medical is 2,218. Mission Fed credit card is 3,790. My Capital One is 4,250. My husband's is 5,176. Best Buy is 6,050. Car loan is 14,283. And our last debt is Discover, which is our largest debt, and it's 15,826. So we have quite a bit to pay off, huh? That all totals up to the almost $55,000 of debt. But I'm really excited. Like, look how pretty it is. I know it's so simple, but it's so pretty to me. And I'm so proud of myself because I designed my own envelope inserts. So that really made me happy. Oh, right. So we're gonna get to the debt binder, and we'll add for Affirm. Actually, we don't need to add any there. Not in loan. In Sharp, we just need a 10. So how do I do this? I think I should tell you guys how much I have, right? Right? Yeah. So Sharp is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. We have 50 in Sharp. Whoa, this is so cool. I'm so happy, you guys. Next is Chase. Actually, it doesn't need any. Kaiser needs a 10. Now, Kaiser has 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. And then next is our Mission Fed credit card. This is getting a 20. So now this has 20, 40, 60, 70, 80. For now, we are paying the minimum amounts because we have been prioritizing the family trip that we're saving up for. I think we were trying to save up for, I think, 1,000. Yeah, 1,000 for the family trip, and I know that we're almost done with it, so I'm really excited about that. My Capital One, I think we're adding 36. Yeah, we're adding $36. So sorry, I'm looking at my notebook, you guys. Oh my gosh, I forgot to put the totals. You know what, it doesn't matter. No, wait, it does matter though. I think I'll just do it off camera because I don't want this video to be taking too long. I can start with Capital One though. So my Capital One is getting 36, so that's a... And I didn't even do it. I just realized I didn't even do it with the bills, y'all. I only did it with rent. That's because I'm not used to writing down the balance, so I'll work on it. Okay, so Capital One, oh my gosh, I've said that a million times already. 20, and then a 10, and then a 5, and then a 1. Okay, so let me just arrange this. I feel like I'm being awkward. Okay, there you go. I'm still learning. Alright, so now Capital One has 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 10, 25, 26, 26 oh wait, 25, 30, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. So for my Capital One, I'm gonna put 140. Okay, next is my husband's Capital One, and we are adding 43, so 2 20s and then $3. Now let's count how many we have in total. $20, $40, $60, $80, $100, $20, $30, $40, $50, $65, $70, $71, $72, $73, $74, $75, $76, $176. Alright, next is Best Buy, and this is getting 70. For Best Buy, it's getting 50, and then a 20. And now Best Buy has 50, 150, 70, 90, 210, 20, 220. Let me just write that down. By the way, if you're new here, I'm FJ, and I am a wife to my high school best friend, a mom, and a 30-year-old Christian cash stuffer, a new one, currently working on paying off almost $55,000 of debt. As you can see, we are a double income household, so my husband is an automotive painter and I am a home health registered nurse. So we are using what we have in our income, all of that, prioritizing our debt and saving. And then next is CarMax. CarMax is getting $108, so 100, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now our car loan has 1, 2, 300, 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 220 or 325. Oops, 325. Also, I'm not sure if I mentioned this last time, but my Ko-Fi shop is now open. I'll link it down below, and there I have the Summer Savings Challenge bundle, this one, and it has the 14 trackers in there that I decorated and designed. And I also created some freebies if you want to go ahead and check them out. They're in my Ko-Fi, her Steward notes. Last is for Discover. Is Discover getting something? Right, it is. So it's getting 110. So 100 and then a 10. So now this has 320. Discover is now at 320. And then that envelope is empty. It's just an extra one. It's not labeled. And I might use this for when I buy another cash binder and then another set of envelopes once I saved up for that. So 320 for Discover. So that is it for the debt binder. I hope you guys like it. Here you go. I'm so excited to use this. Makes me happy. Alrighty, now let's go ahead and start with the home care sinking funds. Actually, before that, let's do our long-term savings because it's just in the order of my notebook. I don't want to get confused later. So for family trip, we are going to add 200 besides this. So it's going to be 200 plus the unstuffing from earlier. So now we have 100, 200, 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 5, 80, 85, 90, 95, 300, 5, 10, up, then a 50. So 360. I'll put this here. 360. So let me just get a marker. 360 divided by 49. So we can color in 9 of these boxes. There we have it. We only have one more row to go, you guys. Should I count it? I think I can just count it at the end. It barely fits. There you go. Okay, so that's for the family trip. I'll put this aside. Alright, and then next is our emergency fund. And emergency fund is getting $50. Just 150. There you go. Let's see, do we have a 50 here? I don't think I made a 50 there. So that is a 50. Now I'll just add the 50 here. And the same thing, I'll just count it towards the end. And then we are actually starting with our pet emergency. I've also designed this a long time ago, but I just haven't started it. So I am barely showing this pet emergency fund. And this is like my dog, Gideon. He's a Cavapoo. And if you want a copy of this, please let me know, and I can add it as a freebie, as another freebie in my Ko-Fi shop. So for pet emergency fund, this is getting $42. So it's gonna be 2 20s and then 2 1s. You know what? Maybe I should just do the 20s, not the ones, because I forgot that I did it this way. So each small ones are $10 each, and then the big ones are 50. And I put 42 because I was just trying to use up all the money that I budgeted for, but I think I'll just use the 20s, so 40. And then I'll just color in 4 paws. Okay, so we have 40. I don't have an envelope for this yet, so I'm just gonna put this aside and work on that later. And then now we can go to our short-term sinking funds. Let's start with home care. Home care is getting $10. So it's 1 5 and then 5 1s. Sorry. 1 2 3 4 and then 5. So now home care should have 5 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20. Right, 20. Next is work and office. This is getting $30. So it's getting 2 10s, a 5, and then 5 1s. Lately, I've been feeling down and relate to my current weight. Maybe it's a postpartum thing, and I am 3 months postpartum, or more than 3 months now. But I've been honestly feeling insecure lately. I mentioned last time that I started a program from a fitness app, but I actually just deleted it this week. I thought I would feel motivated to use it just like last time before pregnancy, but I don't know, I just feel really different nowadays. And I guess it was wrong for me to think that an app alone would motivate me, but I understand now that I myself have to be motivated. So I think for now, I'll just go on daily walks with my dog and my baby in the mornings at the park, just to gain back that discipline, I guess, and motivation. So now work in office has 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 65, 70, 75, 80, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 88. Let me just write that down. But yeah, that's one other reason why I'm not feeling okay lately, especially today. And that's why my husband was trying to suggest budgeting for buying new clothes. I do love shopping. I just don't know if I feel confident enough to even want to shop for clothes because of how I feel. So yeah, next is giving. We have $5 for giving, and it actually already has $5, so now it has 10. I do want to share an answered prayer from last Monday. So now this has $10. So recently there was a change in management in our apartment complex. So there's been many changes happening here and there, and one of them is the parking structure. So long story short, our parking space was changed to another space that is all the way to the opposite end of where we are. And so my husband has been working it out with the manager about this change, and I've also been praying to God for us to have a closer space to our unit again, even if it means we have to pay for it. But God is an amazing Father. Not only did He give us the closest parking space ever, but He made it free for us. So the manager actually concluded that it all worked out in our favor. But I know for sure that God's just an awesome dad, you guys. He's so amazing. He's really, really amazing. He's so cool. So I just wanted to share that because I know that even though I don't feel well or feel okay currently, I still believe, and I still believe in God's goodness, and I still have faith and hope that I will feel better, maybe later in the day or at least sooner, you know. Next is my self-care, and let's see, where am I at? Actually, before that, I think, yeah, so I added some envelopes here. I added vision, and that's getting $10 because I think I've said it previously that I'm saving up for new contact lenses. So I don't think I have an envelope for that. So I'm adding a 10, and then I'm just gonna put it aside for now. And then next is, so I'm just gonna put the balance, $10. And then next is wardrobe. This is wardrobe for the whole family. My husband, for me, for Matthew, stuff like that. So wardrobe is getting a 60. So that's 150 and then a 10. And then I'll just put that aside for now. And then we're gonna go ahead with my self-care, and that's getting a 10. And it's just getting 110 bill rate. Okay. So now my self-care has 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, $19. Okay. For hubby's self-care, he is getting a 10 as well. And then now he has 25. Next is for our furry son, Gideon. Gideon is getting $10. Now he has 20, 30, 45, 50, 51, 52, 53. And then Matthew is getting $60. Oh, I should get the 60 first. So a 50 bill and then a 10. News about Matthew, you guys, he is starting to teeth. And we're all surprised about it because he barely turned 3 months old. And he was just fuzzy, and so Matthew's getting 60. But I checked, and then we saw that he has a tiny speck of white, and it's hard. So we're guessing we're assuming that that's a tooth erupting. It's like on his upper left gum area. And so I have to buy some teething stuff for him. It's amazing that he's already teething, but everyone's saying he's growing up so fast. So let's put a 60 here. And then next is date night. Date night is getting $10. So now date night has 20. I know my husband's been craving for boba because I think he was about to spend his spending money and treat us to boba. But I think we both forgot that we have date night money. So later on I'll let him know about it if he still wants to get boba. Next is our anniversary. No, that's not getting any. Let's head down to birthdays. Birthdays is getting a 5. I know this is part of the summer savings challenge, so that's why it has this. But I want to add a 5 here. And then the last one is our fellowship. I want to add 20 here because I just want my husband to have money for the next time he tries to go play chess with someone, so he can use this money to go out there, and if he needs to buy a drink or something, that's fellowship. Or we do have young adults coming up this coming Tuesday, so we might use this money to share some food with the young adults. So that's that. I think that is it. No, we have $30 for the summer savings challenge. So this is the summer savings. We have 5, 10, 15, 20. because I know there's gonna be extra $2 here, I think. 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, and then 31, 32. Yeah, so this has $32 that we can use for our savings challenges. All right, all of that totaled up to 2,283, you guys. If you watch my previous budgeting video, that is all what we worked on. And that's all I have for you. And thank you if you've reached this far. Thank you so much for taking the time to visit me and my channel. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.